The bottom left of Eternal Empire, entering the round of 16, it's the red Zerg, sort of. In the top right, as the blue Zerg, it's Namshar. Both players drop a hatch first. All is quiet, all is calm on Eternal Empire. We wait to see who inevitably Link Bane floods first. We're probably going to see third bases from both players and get into the Roach Wars. The rush distance on Eternal Empire is SortOf drops a third. Char drops a third. Baneling nests on both sides. This is just really standard ZVZ passive opener stuff. This Karak better not get too feisty. I'm gonna eat his Zergling Claw to the face. Doesn't have wings, doesn't have arms. What a useless creature. My god. It's like this thing on his neck. Sort of killed his own creep tumor for some reason. Probably a mistake. Namshar is droning heavily. Sort of droning heavily. And I guess I was wrong about the inevitable Ling Bane flood. Not so inevitable between these two players. Roachhorn's dropped sort of, while Namshar goes right into Lair. Is this going to be a melee Spire play? It could be. Certain. Oh no! Oh no! SortOf's already down in drones, and he's tagged 4 of his drones onto a 5th. These guys are like, yeah, we're working, but they're like, they're just like talking to the drone that's doing all the work, right? What's that old maxim? Like 20% of the people do 80% of the work. In this case, that was very true. Literally, 20% of the drones were mining. Both players are moving into the Roach phase. +1 and speed are on the way for Namshar. SortOf doesn't have any upgrades of any kind on the way. He's going for a really ling-heavy composition, spending his gas on beams. And I don't know how that's going to fare against Namshar's more Roach-heavy composition. SortOf is a little bit up in army supply, but that's just because of the Zerglings. He's got to be really careful about how he engages here. SortOf has his own Banelings in the mix. SortOf morphs in some Ravagers. But with upgrades hitting for Namshar, there's +1. Roach speed is about to finish as well. I don't know if SortOf's going to be able to push in. He backs off, but he's still behind in workers. SortOf's going for his own lair. Sets up a Ling run by. Namshar is pulled out of position, and SortOf sees it, but he's not sending in the Lings just yet. Namshar drops a 4th. SortOf's on full retreat. He doesn't have Roach speed, so he's got to get home fast. And Namshar's going to take out this Roach Worm. Dead Roach Worm. No speed for SortOf. SortOf's Ling run by was able to pick off 8 drones, but 4 drones have fallen already for the Red Zerg. Namshar bullies his way in, takes out a bunch of Ravagers, takes out a bunch of Workers. Now, Namshar is going to lose this little attack squad, but he has reinforcements coming in, and SortOf doesn't really have an answer to this. He can't make Roaches. He doesn't have a Warren. I don't know about that Ravager morph. You know what? No, it's not going to save any of those Roaches, but it does mean that the reinforcements have time to pound out damage. GG is called. In the top left, Simulacrum. It's the Red Zerg. SortOf. And in the bottom right, as the Blue Zerg, it's Namshar. A very passive game number 1 from our 2 players. Namshar, well, a very, wow, I can't, man, sometimes I just totally fumble sentences. Like, the ball is flying out, it goes 20 yards, and the other team just picks it up. But a very passive early game in game number 1. They played kind of like this gentleman's match, where neither player went for the Ling Bane strike. They both went up into Roaches, and Namshar eventually overran his opponent, SortOf tried to push out, but just didn't have enough. Namshar's upgrades hit, and SortOf was like, uh-oh, ran all the way back home. Shark. Match first again from both our players. This is a round of 16 match, so somebody's going to be moving up to the round of 8 after this. SortOf and Namshar are both going to take their 3 bases, and we're going to get into another gentleman's game. SortOf's apparently confident that he can take Namshar down in the Roach Wars, despite the showing from last game, so... I mean, there's still room here for one player or the other to lane Bane Flood, but it's getting increasingly unlikely the more drones come out from Namshar. SortOf's getting 4 lings, but this is just to defend the hatch. Both players go for Evo Chambers, and both players are most certainly going to approach. +1 on the way for both players this time. Now, that was kind of SortOf's foil endgame, is that he didn't have upgrades, he didn't have urge speed, and wasn't able to match Namshar despite relatively... well, despite having the majority of forces on the map. Okay, Ling, never mind. Never mind about the Roach Wars. Namshar is going to go with the Ling Bane, sort of saw these guys morphing it. SortOf's doing what he can to prevent these guys from connecting with him, and he will succeed. 1 Baneling isn't enough to kill a drone. It does take 2 Banelings. Oh, great connection on the defense from SortOf. And Namshar kind of just whiffs. He's not going to get a touchdown. All of these Banelings will die before they connect with the mineral line. Not a single one is going to connect. Okay, never mind, never mind. They're going to go for the 3rd. SortOf, it's pretty good at splitting his drones, so only 4 drones go down. Namshar's continuing to flood lings, though. He's not relenting in his attack, but SortOf just has a critical mass of roaches to defend. SortOf drops a Nidus. The Namshar doesn't really have too much to respond to this. I mean, he's gonna get a clean kill. 4 drones, that's about it. SortOf pushes into Namshar. I mean, Namshar has plenty of to defend. It's gonna be stretched a little thin trying to deal with a Nidus and an attack on the front at the same time. Yeah, he didn't pull enough roaches. SortOf will be repelled in his main attack. at Namshar's third, though. However, Namshar is being overrun in his main. Queens are pulled to help. They have quite a bit of transfuse. They're not dropping. Okay, there's some transfuse. But Namshar comes in from multiple angles. He's still winning the engagement at the third as well. And I think SortOf just threw his lead. The Queens have all but fallen. Wait, SortOf all of a sudden is winning this engagement. He's winning at the third, too. What happened? Namshar does have +2 about to hit, but he's got to hang on. He's lost 25 drones so far. And I think SortOf might have just won the game. Namshar lost his third. This is GG. There's no roach warrant either. So these are the roaches that Wait, no, there is. There totally is. It's behind the mineral line. Never mind. Never mind. Pass or fail number 2. Baneling Nest gets picked off. The remaining Roach Ravager is going to get bullied more and more into it. As SortOf has an economy to replace any kind of lost units. Namshar really doesn't have an economy left to speak of. It's 30 drones to 52. Well, those are nice biles, but there's just not enough here for Namshar. Namshar is making a show of microing his heart out, but the numbers just don't add up. There goes the final Ravager, and with it, in the top right corner of Everdream, as the blue Zerg, it's Namshar. Bottom left, as the red Zerg, SortOf. Our 2 players is after this game. It's our first pool first out of the series, out of SortOf. Namshar appears to be going for a hatchery. Six lings are coming out for SortOf. Namshar has just dropped his... this is a gasless opener, so SortOf going to throw down a second hatch. No, he's not. He's pulling the boys. This is going to be a spine crawler rush. Oh man, I've never seen this defense before. 4 Evo Chambers are dropped for Namshar. I don't know, Kev. He cancels all 4 Evo chambers. I don't understand the purpose of that. I fail to understand. Was it an accident? Did he mean to make spines and he dropped Evos? I don't know. I need to analyze this after because I've never seen that before in my life. And somehow it's working. Somehow Namshar is holding on. Oh, you know what? No. He was, wait a minute. He was doing it so he could pump out more lings, right? Yeah, this is... GG, sort of's dead. Holy cow. One end of the series. GG.